GETTYAntonio. Conte's Chelsea have now won 5 games in a row in all competitions. Chelsea had too much vim, too much vigour. Now the gap between Chelsea and Tottenham is 2 points. The distance to Jurgen Klopp's men only 3. Goal difference makes it unlikely the Stamford Bridge club will manage to overhaul both teams above them, but stranger things have happened. Chelsea, thanks to the effervescent Olivier Giroud, who netted his 4th goal in 5 games, won their 5th game on the bounce. They may not emerge victorious from this chase for Champions League football, but the chase is most definitely on. Antonio Conte's team have the bit between their teeth, a quest that once seemed hopeless. They were 8 points off 4th place at the beginning of April, now is significantly less so as Spurs and Liverpool wobble. Liverpool, perhaps still running high on the adrenaline of the second leg of their Champions League semi-final with Roma last Wednesday, started well in the sunshine at Stamford Bridge but gradually ran out of steam. The prize ahead of them on May 26 in Kiev is a huge one, but this defeat may just have planted a seed of worry league-wise. Conte beamed. 1 month ago it was impossible to imagine we'd arrive at the end to fight for a place in the Champions League. Getty. Olivier Giroud now has 5 goals in 8 starts for Chelsea. Now there is hope. We are getting 3 points in every game. Our opponents are dropping points. Our future is not in our hands, but we have to try to keep the pressure on. I was pleased with our will to fight before yesterday. Chelsea had won only 2 of 9 games against the top 6 and started tentatively. Roberto Firmino saw his shot stopped by Thibaut Courtois and, as James Milner flattened Eden Hazard with a brutal tackle, Liverpool's determination seemed unquestionable. Sadio Mane was dangerous throughout, as he drifted and darted. He sliced over when Mohamed Salah found him and then Courtois pulled off a superb save from his cracking 25-yard drive, but Chelsea gradually found their feet, as Marcos Alonso drove straight at Lloris Karius, and Timo Bakayoko put a diving header wide. And then they struck. Victor Moses, who had an excellent game, tripped over a cross from the right end. As Liverpool lost concentration, Giroud rose above his marker to glance the ball into the corner. Getty. Jurgen Klopp's Liverpool failed to score for the 2nd time in 3 games. I think it was a dive. He has to be much better, he can do much better and he will score again. Jurgen Klopp, the Frenchman, then ran across the pitch to embrace the out-of-favoured David Luiz, sitting several rows back on the Chelsea bench. David is a good friend, Giroud said later. I dedicated this goal to him because he is going through a tough period. Chelsea were suddenly buzzing, as Hazard fed a lovely ball into Cesc Fabregas, whose drive from a narrow angle barely missed the far post. Salah had one of his quietest games of the season, shackled well by Antonio Rudiger, and just before halftime the Egyptian was booked by referee Anthony Taylor for diving. Summing up his day, Klopp slammed the 43-goal forward for the dive, saying, "That is not what I want to see, that is not what he wants to do, I think it was a dive. He has to be much better, he can do much better and he will score again." Liverpool could not quite manage to do so, enjoying plenty of the ball but being unable to penetrate a Chelsea defence that Conte must have wished had played like this for most of the season. Whenever Klopp's team did create a yard of space, they found the excellent N'Golo Kante in the way. Hazard, another player returning to form as the FA Cup final beckons, beat 4 men with 1 mazy run, but Karius stopped his shot. Chelsea then could and should have added to their tally as Alonso's brilliant volley flew just wide. Klopp threw on former Chelsea striker Dominic Solanke late, but the youngster headed over from 6 yards, when he should have done better. It was that kind of day for Liverpool. For Chelsea, the light at the end of the tunnel still flickers.